Everyone has a say on everything that seems to be highlighted in grievances, a political arena, bias and prejudice focus, greedy intent, slavery, and its mastering eulogies, governing leaders that care less for the people who voted them in. There need to be true alliances to format the intriguing ways that some broadcast insufficient and meaningless procedures that only stands with pitfalls to trick individuals in traps of much bias intents that also carry the same make-up mechanisms as all the rest. Gaining a true coverage from political backlash is something that many should be able to learn from day one. Why vote for anyone that play tricks with lives? Why continue to give them a vote that will only help them deplete you? The strategy here should be learning from past mistakes. If you vote for one and the proceedings do not clarify as helpful needs, why to continue to push the governing alliance into place? Common sense seems to be lacking in many areas of individuals' lives. They see wayward being done and they applaud the cause. Why? Should not common sense be in one's functioning mind? If one party was useless and the other party did the same, why continue to vote into ignorance? Why be a scapegoat of trials? Everyone knows that the basis of prejudice still lingers in avenues of societies and individuals' lives, but you know what? Everyone is not the same, and as there are bad people out there, you would also find some good ones that will help one more than a brother would. I do not look at a color, I look at an individual's hearts. The intents that they flow with. Do I hate the bad that some are doing? Yes, I do, but I cannot hate that person, as that person is a human just like myself. What I hate is what infiltrates and contaminates that human, the embodiments of selfish, greedy, etc., elements that some humans do not know and cannot control. Individuals need to stop with the prejudice mentality. It is not gaining any meaningful groundwork for them. All it is doing is trying to dismantle a true foundation that tries to stand. As I said, everyone is not prejudiced, and you can find someone that is not of your inherited culture doing more for you than someone that is. So why the foolish and ignorant tease feed of discrimination? Either individuals are brainwashed or their minds are acting foolish with immaturity and cannot do better. As for greedy intent, it always comes along with business. The more they make, the more they want, and will strap anyone to a wall to get all. That is greed for you. It will only end when individuals truly understand the true basis of being an employer. Everyone is focused on gaining better ground in terms of business flourishing, but the employee also makes up that flourishing. They help out a lot along the way. Slavery and mastering eulogies continue to blast airwaves, old reminders of where some came from and at whose hands they were tormented into being. But why the old eulogies? Why the past reminders of such horrific episodes that do not cause a true functioning into a present life of living? Why are the bad backlashes being continued to be pushed to the front line? Life does go on, and it is time that individuals do. I realized that a lot of people have been laying dormant and idle in the passages of slavery and master's intent. It is time to move on to more productive work fields that is beneficial to self and others that tag along. Slavery had its time, and this new world does not want old reminders of selfish and inhumane propaganda of ways that only digs up skeletons of hatred, envy, and mindsets that would go beyond humane protocols to do some kind of damage to try to prove a point. Points are useless if the scripts have no beneficial allocates to truly feed. And if those points are only made as weapons, the cause will be like the same slaving trade, to kill and disrupt other lives. Everyone needs to heal, they need to forgive and move on. Yes, memories of experiences will be still drawn in memory, but it should not be a hindrance to anyone, not even yourself. When spoken of, it should not be propelled as a weapon with much anger, hatred, envy, spite, etc. embedded. It should be just a reminiscent reminder for others, etc., to do better for a good cause, never to let that poisoning side infiltrate them or self to damage. Everyone has their say about everything, and not much of them carry a soothing heart to help put lucent healing of positions into place. Everyone wants to continue as they uncover the tins of poisons that cause the damage in the first place. A lot of people need to heal themselves and try to live a meaningfully productive life, with many benefits to help themselves and others along the way. Staying idling on dormant wheels and passages that do not carry beneficial healing mechanisms to also help others heal, is just a setup, and nothing more than a slaving master's plan. Wisdom opens up a lot for others to learn from. and there is a time in everyone's life that they have to mature and try to be a better person of who they were before. When will that time come for some if they continue to follow and be blindsided by others that do not even want that for themselves? A time of healing must come to everyone. Stop fusing old past deviances with the future that can be made meaningful. I am not ignorant of the fact that slavery is present among some, and I do understand that we are flowing with a technology that can be used to show up such grievance in a better form and spotlight. As not to indulge others to join in, but to try to correct a wayward way, and so it can be with the prejudice agenda. Why brandish grievances as weapons when you can use them to heal and correct? To invoke others on a bandwagon of mischief could never be denied, when all showcase is all about hate etc. Healing must happen. The time has come when everyone that is committed to being a light among the darkness, shine brighter and better than before. The illuminance from their true works must truly take and make ground. Individuals need to be united. The unification must be always on a true on solid ground, worthy of help for others. Those wayward mindsets that others carry need to change. There needs to be a better understanding of meaningful aspects, alliances, and accolades to flourish.